chosen one. If this message has found you today, don't scroll away. This is not a coincidence. Something extraordinary is happening in the spiritual realm, and heaven wants your attention. July 24th carries a powerful shift. While many people will see it as just another day, you will feel something different. A door is opening that only a chosen soul can recognize. Have you been wondering why life has been so difficult lately? Why people have walked away? Why you felt isolated, misunderstood, and tested beyond your limits? Stay with me until the end, because the final message may explain everything you've been waiting to understand. Stop scrolling, chosen one. If you're hearing this on July 24th, this message may have arrived at exactly the right moment. You didn't click on this video by accident. Sometimes the biggest turning points begin with one unexpected message. If you've been feeling exhausted, overlooked, or like you've been waiting forever for your breakthrough, stay with me. What you're about to hear could completely change the way you see this season of your life. Don't skip, because the last message may be the one your heart has been waiting for. 1. The hidden preparation. Chosen one. Before anything changes in your life, something always changes within you. That is why heaven has allowed you to walk through seasons that no one else could understand. While other people saw delays, heaven saw preparation. While others thought you were falling behind, you were actually being positioned for something far greater. Think about the battles you've already survived, the nights when you felt completely alone, the moments when you questioned your purpose, the prayers that seemed to echo back in silence. None of those moments were wasted. Every challenge was shaping your character. Every disappointment was teaching you wisdom. Every closed door was protecting you from walking into the wrong future. Sometimes the greatest blessings don't arrive immediately because the person receiving them is still growing into the responsibility that comes with them. And maybe that's exactly where you've been. You've been growing without even realizing it. The pain made you stronger. The waiting made you more patient. The setbacks taught you resilience that success never could. Now ask yourself this: what if everything you've been through wasn't happening to you? What if it was happening for you? What if every difficult season was quietly preparing you for a breakthrough that would make all the waiting worthwhile? Chosen one, don't underestimate the power of hidden seasons. Seeds grow underground long before anyone sees a harvest. An eagle spends time preparing before it ever soars above the clouds. And in the same way, your life has been developing in places no one else could see. The people who doubted you only saw the surface. Heaven saw the process. This is why you must never compare your journey to someone else's. Your timing is different because your assignment is different. Stay faithful, stay patient, keep moving forward even when you can't see the entire path. Because one day you'll look back and realize that the very season you wanted to escape became the season that transformed you into the person you were always meant to become. And perhaps that transformation has already begun. 2. The shift has already begun, chosen one. There comes a moment in every destined life when the atmosphere begins to change before the circumstances do. Most people won't notice it. They'll keep living the same routine, thinking tomorrow will be just another day. But you've been sensing something different. A quiet feeling deep inside your spirit, a pull you can't explain, an unshakable belief that something is about to change. That feeling isn't your imagination, it's preparation. For months, maybe even years, you've been asking the same questions. When will my breakthrough come? When will all of this finally make sense? Has heaven forgotten about me? The answer is no. Heaven has never stopped watching over you, not for a single moment. Every prayer you whispered in the dark has been heard. Every tear you tried to hide has been seen. Every time you chose faith instead of fear, even when no one noticed, it mattered. Nothing has been wasted. Even the delays had a purpose. Sometimes what feels like rejection is actually protection. Sometimes what feels like silence is heaven working behind the scenes in ways your eyes cannot yet see. Imagine a master builder constructing a skyscraper. The strongest work happens below the surface. People walking by only see an empty lot. They assume nothing is happening. But underneath, the foundation is being strengthened to support something incredible. Your life has been exactly the same. While others judged your progress, heaven was strengthening your foundation, because the next chapter of your life will require a version of you that is wiser, stronger, calmer, and more faithful than ever before. And now, the season is beginning to shift, not because you've become perfect, but because you've remained faithful through the process. Don't let fear convince you that nothing is changing. Sometimes the greatest miracles begin quietly. One conversation, one unexpected opportunity, one answered prayer, one door opening where every other door remained closed. This could be that season for you, so keep your heart open, keep your faith alive, keep showing up even when the results aren't visible yet, because what heaven has been preparing for you cannot be blocked by delays, doubt, or the opinions of others. Your story is not ending in disappointment. It is turning toward purpose. And the first signs of that new beginning may already be appearing around you, even if you haven't recognized them yet. 3. The signs you are being elevated, chosen one. Have you noticed that your life no longer feels the way it used to? The people around you may not understand what's changing, but deep inside, you know something is different. You don't react the same way. You don't chase the same things. You don't find peace in the places that once made you comfortable. That isn't because you're losing yourself. It's because you're becoming the person heaven has been preparing you to be. Growth always feels uncomfortable before it feels rewarding. And one of the clearest signs of spiritual growth is that your old life no longer fits your new calling. Maybe you've noticed certain friendships fading away. People who once supported you have become distant. Some even criticize you for changing. Don't let that discourage you. Not everyone is meant to walk with you into your next season. Some people were assigned to your past, not your future. And that's okay. Every new level requires a new mindset. Sometimes heaven removes distractions before opening the doors you've been praying for. Another sign is the peace you've begun to feel. Not because your life is perfect, but because your trust has become stronger than your fear. The storms may still come, challenges may still appear, but they no longer control your heart the way they once did. You've learned that peace isn't the absence of problems, it's the confidence that you're never facing them alone. Now pay attention to the unexpected, a conversation that inspires you, an opportunity that appears out of nowhere, a sudden idea that won't leave your mind. These moments may seem ordinary, but they often become the turning points that change everything. Heaven rarely announces miracles with loud noises. Sometimes they arrive quietly, disguised as small opportunities. That's why you must stay alert, stay grateful, and remain willing to take the next step, even if you can't see the entire staircase. Remember this: an eagle doesn't spend its life looking down at the ground. It rises above the storm. While other birds hide from the wind, the eagle uses that very wind to climb even higher. Chosen one, you were never created to stay stuck in fear. You were created to rise above it. The opposition you've been facing isn't proof that you're failing. In many cases, it's proof that you're getting closer to your purpose. The closer you get to your breakthrough, the louder the doubts may become. Don't listen to them. Listen to the quiet voice inside that keeps telling you to move forward. That voice has carried you this far. It won't abandon you now. So keep your eyes on the path ahead. Walk with courage. Protect your peace. Choose faith over fear, one day at a time. Because what is waiting for you is greater than anything you have left behind. And perhaps, without even realizing it, you've already taken the first step into the life you were always meant to live. 4. This is your moment to rise. Chosen one. After everything you've been through, there is one truth you can no longer ignore. You were never created to live beneath your potential. You were never meant to spend your life doubting the gifts that heaven placed inside you. The season of constant questioning is coming to an end. Now is the time to step forward with courage, not because every obstacle has disappeared, but because you've become stronger than the obstacles standing in your way. Think about the person you were a year ago. Would that version of you have handled today's challenges the same way? Probably not. Because growth changes everything. It changes the way you think. It changes the way you respond. And most importantly, it changes what you're willing to accept. You no longer have to chase people who don't value your presence. You no longer have to beg for. You no longer have to shrink yourself just to make others feel comfortable. Heaven didn't create you to blend into the crowd. You were created to stand out with humility, wisdom, and purpose. That doesn't mean life will suddenly become easy. There will still be moments when fear whispers that you're not ready. There will still be days when doubt tries to steal your confidence. But remember this. Fear speaks loudly. Purpose speaks quietly. The question is, which voice will you choose to follow? Every successful journey begins with one decision, the decision to move forward, even when the outcome isn't guaranteed. Faith has never been about having all the answers. Faith is taking the next step, trusting that the path will become clear as you continue walking. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. There will never be a perfect moment. The perfect moment is the one you choose to act. Maybe you've been putting off a dream because you're afraid of failing. Maybe you've stayed in situations that no longer bring you peace because change feels uncomfortable. Maybe you've convinced yourself that someone else is more qualified, more talented, or more deserving. Don't believe those lies. Comparison is one of the fastest ways to lose sight of your own purpose. Your journey was never designed to look like anyone else's. Your timing is unique. Your calling is unique. And your story will inspire people in ways you can't imagine. Remember, mountains are climbed one step at a time. No one reaches the summit by staring at it from the bottom. They reach it by taking the next step, then another, and another. That's exactly what heaven is asking you to do today. Take the next step. It doesn't have to be a giant leap. It only has to be a step of faith. Send the application, start the business, write the first page, make the phone call, forgive the person who hurt you, or simply believe in yourself again. Small acts of obedience often lead to life-changing breakthroughs. And don't forget to protect your peace. Not every argument deserves your attention. Not every opinion deserves your energy. Some battles are distractions designed to pull you away from your purpose. Choose peace over proving yourself. Choose wisdom over reacting. Choose progress over perfection. As you move into this new season, keep your heart grateful. Celebrate every small victory. Be thankful for every lesson, and never forget where your strength comes from. One day, people will ask how you made it through the hardest season of your life. You'll smile because you'll know the answer. It wasn't luck. It wasn't coincidence. It was the quiet preparation that happened when no one was watching. Chosen one, This is your time to rise, walk boldly, speak with confidence, trust the path that's unfolding before you. Because the next chapter of your life isn't defined by your past. It's defined by the courage you choose today. And this could be the very beginning of everything you've been waiting for.